strats and set out to just have a fun, friendly match where they definitely weren't taking it seriously. And then over the course of the 2 games they played, they definitely took it real seriously.
Neil, he can't not be good.
Right.
It's just like, if I'm going to pick a hero, I'm going to dominate with him. I do like
They needed a frontline tank. They needed someone who could be a secondary
I'm
engage.
warming up to it.
But our initial point of criticism still remains. I don't think the Malik works into Morin. And we've seen that matchup Malik Telenas quite often, where the Malik just tries to play into the Telenas because the Furious is tanky enough, it'll be fine. Fresh Telenas, another one of those that we saw a ton of. And it just doesn't work Morin doubly so.
Right. The reason why is because Morin typically has a hard time in that side lane. He just gets bullied out.
Right.
But he's not going to get bullied out by Malik, so now that's a free avenue for Morin to get farmed up. And the biggest weakness of Morin is suddenly not an issue anymore.
The other option they could do is they could put the Yina in the lane against Morin, but I feel like that's worse. Because then you put the Yina in jeopardy of not getting farmed.
You know what they could do is put Yina up top for the first 3 levels.
Get her to level 4, then send her down?
Yeah, that could be something they decide to do, but that also removes Malik from all the team fighting, and Yina is one of the more self-sufficient heroes. You kind of like to have her in that DS lane. So I think what this is going to do, what they're going to do is have a defense by committee, right? Morin is going to be getting his pot shots off. Malik is just going to stand behind the tower, get a couple cleaves off on the wave, and then when it comes to team fight or when it comes to gank, he's going to be able to get his revenge.
Chinese Taipei 1 game away. And Vietnam wildcard, I said at the end of the last game, the crowd was real quiet, and it still is. The home team is playing for their lives. There is, of course, one more Vietnamese side, which will play in the second semi-final, but this one, at least, is on the verge of elimination, and I dare say it's affected the mood in the room.
It absolutely has. And you can actually almost see like the fatigue on. You see Aura right there on the screen. He's like, "What do I got to do on this more?" And he's focused. He's got to be the carry this time. He's done it before on Fennec. Morin's kind of similar to Fennec. I mean, I know they have completely different kits.
Well, but like you were saying, I think the entire game rests on that Morin. Because if the Morin gets to the late game and is doing absurd sustained damage, there is very little that can stop a Morin.
Exactly. So it is incumbent on the Chinese Taipei team to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Neil's got a smile, though, because he's on Arrow, and it's his time to make sure that that does not happen.
That was perfect timing. Just looked up at the camera. He's like, it's time.
It's game time. Talk to me about Arrow. This is the first one we've seen competitively, I believe.
We've seen it
Did
before.
we see one in groups?
We did. But not on this type of pressure situation. They're already invading. We don't see them invade like this. We haven't seen them invade all series.
Chinese Taipei typically have a much more static style. This game, it's all in. Neil should be able to get that right off the bat. Here's the counter invade from Vietnam wildcard, though. Kind of negates the point of both. They're dead even.
You asked why people send everyone mid. This is exactly why. If there's an invade, then you can go counter invade. Otherwise, if you already go to your lane, it could be problematic. Oh. Speaking of invade, rotation.
Rotate in, Star Benny near Yuzon. This is a level 1 fight, so it's real awkward. Now level 2 almost across the board. Yuzon through for a chase. Hopper's got the stun. Nobody goes down.
Hello.
Shaver. There's the arrow. Akashi forced to flicker away. He will get safely behind his tower.
They're still going in, though.
They're
getting the invade as well. Kian doesn't have the temporal turbulence.
He loses that buff. Chinese Taipei keep the aggression going. They challenge that top lane, then they push round down the sides, then they grab extra gold from the enemy jungle, and that's going to get taken away from Kian, who needs to get out ahead because he's playing Murat.
This is so well done by Chinese Taipei. Yes, they lose some farm in the bottom lane that we were shown here. Aura's taking it out, but that's okay. They end up in the gold lead regardless.
Offense here, so Aura shouldn't be in trouble. But
Wins get the double heal and the double cleave. That does true damage the second time you land it. If your blade's enchanted, if you land one cleave, it enchants your blade. If you land the second cleave, it does true damage.
Which is truly a lot of damage and a decent amount of lifesteal for himself as well.
They're going straight to the Abyssal Dragon.
Here is the Abyssal Dragon, Neil and Benny for the focused wins playing bodyguard. This is such a faster pace from Chinese Taipei.
This, again, I say it over and over. This is why they're so good. They can just play this style. They're just like, we're going to play this way now.
We're going to play a very fast-paced game now. And now, they're invading again, Daniel.
In they come. Oh, but you can't do anything about that Bone Saber just in case. Oh boy.
Has Kian gotten any jungle? He's not level 4 yet.
The rest of his team is.
At 0.9 gold.
Maybe that's the strategy.
Gold.
They're like,
they
you
are completely denying this Muran anything.
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. We talked about the Morin. They're like, well, we can only pick one. Get rid of the Murad.
PS Man top lane. He's in trouble. Hissy Fit won't quite reach him.
Still though, this is so much pressure on all sides. It feels like a 65, TJ.
Yeah, this is such a good aggressive playstyle from Chinese Taipei. And like I was talking about, you absolutely need as a Morin to get out ahead. You want to be doing such a massive amount of burst with your Temporal Turbulence, your ultimate. You are one-shotting low HP counters. Yes, the Mura.
The Morin is getting his own gold, but...
PS found the Bone Saber. Neil's got first blood.
Oh my goodness, and the shock in just to make them go away. They're just everywhere at once.
Yep, and look at how aggressive Neil's playing. He's still taking lane gold, because why not?
Yeah. Because he knows that Yuzon's not going to be there for a while. You might as well get that farm while you're there. You don't have any buffs to go back to other than the Sage Golem on the top right of the map.
And now Kian's trying to arrive in this lane to gank, but he's on par. Look at how little damage he's doing.
No damage!
Because his gold has been denied. He doesn't even have his... He just got Mr. Stab. He just got his first level of his jungle.
How could you stab when you don't have Mr. Stabby?
There is no stab, Daniel. Now, round 2. Little bit of stab. Minor amount of stab. Benny feels it. But Neil, his hair. And let's talk about Mr. Bone Shaver.
That allowed wins to land cleave as
steal
well.
His buff again? He just walks up to his jungle and tries to steal his buff. Here's the invade. Oh, the heal. Benny stays alive. Neil's so far forward. Can't get out. Kill back over to Vietnam. They will lose PS Man for it, but they'll take that trade. Now the flanking. Akashi once more. Wynn's still in trouble, but he should have enough HP to stay alive. He's got a lot of his ultimate. He can't
one more cleave.
Down. Now the cleave doesn't heal him. He doesn't get it up. Akashi through.
Oh,
he misses the power surge. The
Soul Eater.
The Soul Eater saves him. Up and turns the tables. Yuzon.
Oh my God.
I don't believe it. Vietnam Wildcard are back in this game.
They're making it happen. For the first time, you see a little bit of a mistaken decision making by Chinese Taipei on that invade. Benny was low. Neil tried to make it happen regardless. Both Benny and Neil go down. That means Vietnam Wildcard are able to go for the chase on the backs of it, and now they have even gold, and now they're going to make this work. Kian starting to get his farm back up.
Yuzon played that way too aggressively as well.
That's what you got to do on the Yina. It was a call in general. If you're going in like that, the Yina has to be aggressive.
Still get the Abyssal Dragon?
Because they know where everyone is. They're just smart.
Daniel, how?
They're smart. They're just smart. They have big brains. They have big brains, CJ. That's how they got it.
Mid lane, Neil in. Bone Shaver short, but he's just taking gold. He wasn't even aiming at PS Man. He just cast the Bone Shaver on the way.
Well, the thing is, even though Chinese Taipei took that Abyssal, they're still behind in gold. This minion wave might change a little bit of that, but still.
Benny and Wynn's playing defense here. Trying to kill the minions ahead of tower so they get a little bit more gold from it. There's the dive. Kian in with the Temporal Turbulence shock. Was not threatened. Hissy Fit will be used by Benny, but it's not enough.
They use a lot. They're using a lot of members here to make this happen. Can they get the kill on the tower? The
recall gets away. Benny is healed up. It's just Wins and Star now in the bottom lane to hold. Shout out to the macro game, though. The second Benny has the recall, rotate comes through from Star. There are always two members here because there's such a concerted effort to take it. And they've even got Benny now making sure the bushes are clear. And they might be able to get a for it. The Bone Shaver lands. A Hissy Fit for Benny gets the kill.
He was so dead after that Hissy Fit came down. There was no way for him to survive, and Kian just has to clear a minion wave.
Look at Neil just waiting for Kian's back. And PS Man's too far forward. The Bone Shaver does so much damage.
That was so beautiful getting that on the Murad here. They're trying to hold him up top. And yes, Star and Wins are low, but that doesn't matter.
My God. they're certainly playing like it's not. Finally, they'll get a recall, but you can see it's a recall at a time where it doesn't cost them anything.
Right, look at the tower, the bottom tower. It is like 40% health, but it was 50% after not much happened in the game because Aura was focusing it down early. They have taken almost no damage on that tower through all of this aggression coming down bot.
And Neil and Benny through here to take a fight. Neil in, doesn't have the Bone Shaver yet. Now he does. The burst. Aura's so low. The Resurrect was active, but he waits for it to fade. It's gone. Aura barely flickers out. They can't land the dive. Kian in the meantime with the Shadow Turbulence can't do big damage, but he's forced to recall all the way from the back of that fight.
Oh! Oh!
He tagged low. Look at the damage. The shock will come through.
Oh!
To go back. And Neil is bloodthirsty.
Opa.
He'll get one. Does the Bone Shaver. He'll be enough to get out. It does. PS Man trying to find the turn. The clean will come through. He's not going to be able to land the next breaks in time. And Neil just deletes him.
You can't kill him. He's unstoppable. Neil, how many Bone Shavers did he land that entire fight? Just constantly getting the lifesteal back for himself. You cannot take him down. Don't even try Vietnam Wildcard.
That was devastating. Every single impact of that Bone Shaver heals Neil up so much.
Akashi gets the might golem though.
Nice.
Nice power surge.
That'll be the
thumb up.
What? Yuzhan just walks up and pokes the tower.
The thing is, his aggression is what gives Chinese Taipei so much room to operate. When there's so many people jumping at you, how do you deal with it as Vietnam Wildcard? And this is how you truly play a comp with no marksman, TJ. You just keep the aggression on constantly, and they can't really fall back to anything.
Fun fact about the way Neil plays Arrow. Every time he goes in for a fight or a major objective, he uses the Bone Shaver to close kills.
Yeah.
Because being able to use that Bone Shaver at the last possible instant gives you so much lifesteal and so much burst.
Right, he uses the dash in and his auto attack to get the damage at the first step. And then if he really wants to just shut someone down, like if he has a lower member like the Raz, for instance, then he will use it right away. But he keeps it alive for so long so that he has that escape between his ultimate and between his Bone Shaver. He has so much way to get around.
Akashi, Yuzhan through. He'll be saved. That was Kian to save him.
Very well done by Akashi as well. He had to use his ultimate to get on out of there. But he will have flick up soon.
Oppa, Neil, Benny, all in the area. 3v3 in the mid lane, but what are Chinese Taipei doing with this time, you ask? Well, let's rotate down to defend the bot lane. That'll be wins, and pressure up in the top lane. That'll be Yuzhan.
We've been complimenting Chinese Taipei on their game the entire time, but look at Aura. 6.7 gold, 3 full items completed. That's the Blitzblade, the Clavis Sancte, and the Slicksting. He's going to be doing massive critical damage coming up soon. Look for that going forward.
He used the Temporal Turbulence to dodge the Bone Shaver.
Yeah, that's feels bad moment for Neil. Great play there from Kian.
That was so slick.
Well, you know, you accomplish multiple things at once. You're invincible, and you get some damage.
That was like real smooth.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still hung up on that.
It was good.
Still like weren't even phased.
I mean, that's what he does. He's
what Kian does. He's real good.
No, I mean, Murad, like everything is just to set up his ult. And he's like, oh, you're going to Bone Shaver me? I might as well just use this now.
Am I to set up his ult?
Are you just what?
Am I to set up his ult?
Yeah, basically.
All right. Neil takes a little bit of damage there. So as we head towards the late game, Vietnam Wildcard are going to start coming real online now.
Yeah, especially the Morin.
That was one of the things we said they should be looking to do. The Morin will do a lot more damage, the Raz will start to really hurt on the poke, and the Murad won't suffer either.
Yeah, as good as Chinese Taipei has looked this game, the resilience from Vietnam Wildcard might be what saves them and maybe potentially wins in the game in the end, because they do have a late game if they can play it right. Obviously, I'm not going to count Chinese Taipei out of the late game because they proved in Game 2 that doesn't matter sometimes. But Vietnam Wildcard can start to come online.
Uh-oh, Neil ulting in. The focus, the flicker is perfectly timed, and he will be fine.
Ultimate for a flicker usually favors the side that burned. The ultimate flicker is 120 seconds. There's no ultimate in the game that lasts that long.
Can't just let that dragon reset. Just calling him out, Tom.
Hey, no one saw it, okay?
All right.
It wasn't on screen or anything.
I call it the end of it, though. Here's the mid lane tower take attempt. Yuzhan takes a few tower shots, and you can see the wave clear from Kian. Just not happening.
Aura.
He's too far forward in the brush, and he's deleted by Yuzon.
Morin is the most durable marksman in the game because he can build up stacks on his passive up to 8, which keeps him alive.
Not when the fights are that quick.
Yeah, exactly, and then not when that happens.
PS Man, the flicker will barely get him out of that hissy fit. Neil goes over the wall, shock to follow Chinese Taipei.
Got the tower.
What are you doing?
They got the tower.
He's on the flex to get the tower. I guess I'm the one to question my own sanity.
that
worked
tower
out perfectly.
That tower is really important, and that was perfect coordination by the team once more.
That worked out perfectly. I'm so sorry, Chinese Taipei. That was beautiful. Now the Dark Slayer will come through. Neil's soloing it currently. Oppa just wanders out, so they'll leave.
They're about to lose their mid tower, so they had to leave. Kian, it's very low, but that's okay.
Oh,
hello.
Good TP back from Kian. Nicely done.
Is he going to get out?
Maybe. Akashi fleeing. Kian trying to burn the recall. Can't get it through in the brush. Oh, he's out. Ready to chase. Sunshine to stun. Temporal turbulence will not save him. Kian's gone. Jump forward.
Aura.
Aura's got to stay alive. Neil's looking for the damage. And he's got the bone saber as well as the resurrect. You can see him stay alive. The water turns the fight. And he's got it. Then he's just got to run. Chinese Taipei have lost a critical team fight. Vietnam wildcard. Stay alive and stay in this game.
All right, can he make it happen? He's already taken this tower down. He's working on this one. They're going to get the second tower as well, I believe. They can even work on the high ground towers. This is 20 seconds left on 3 members, TJ. They're starting to make it work right now.
Minion up. 23 seconds.
They have another wave. They got another wave.
But they don't want to push with it.
Push. Come on, wildcard.
Take the risk.
Do it, wildcard. Come on. You have Aura. You have the mini wave. It was 10 seconds left on everyone. They weren't even close to coming back. I think they should have kept up with their aggression.
They want the Dark Slayer because if they get the Dark Slayer, they should be guaranteed that high ground.
Yeah, and it's this cycle, right? You take the Dark Slayer, which allows you to take the Dark Slayer afterward in that cycle. We talked about Aura, TJ. I mentioned he had the most gold in the game. He showed it off there. He finally got his Boa Slaughter. That allowed him to stay alive through that entire fight to make sure that he got the life steal against Neil, even as he was jumped upon. And I mentioned as well, Morin has the most armor and magic defense in the entire game as long as he keeps attacking. If he's continuously attacking, he gets up to 400 armor and magic defense, TJ. That is like a tank, okay? That is like a tank levels of defense for him. So Neil was unable to take him out, and that's the power of Morin here. He's a full build. Look, he already has a Blade of Eternity.
With one team fight, Chinese Taipei have lost control of this game.
Completely. They're down in gold as well.
Shock in. All right, focus.
Aura.
There's the dive to shut him down. Resurrect is active. Mega Bro will bring him back. Oh, the boat shape.
Oh, he's dead again. He's back. He's back again.
He's
back again.
Oh,
my God. Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Chinese Taipei get the kill 3 times in a row.
What?
Finally gone. Can't spend the temporal turbulence. He too needs to run. That is a complete team fight. Kian's going in.
No way.
He too falls. An ace. A clean ace. Chinese Taipei have the game back.
Are you kidding me? It took 3 kills to take him down. The bro, the resurrection from the Blade of Eternity. He even popped the Boa Slaughter to try to heal back up. I saw his healing numbers go up straight up to the top, but then shoved right back down, TJ, as a wave of Chinese Taipei members jumped on him, and 3 lives wasn't enough to keep him alive.
Vietnam had such control of that game, though, that even with a devastating teamfight loss, a clean ace, Chinese Taipei are still not able to get much out of it.
I would say the opposite. The fact that Chinese Taipei was so far behind, down a Dark Slayer buff, with them pushing onto them, and they were down 4,000 gold. The fact that they completely reversed the momentum of the game is ridiculous.
That is the second flip-flop, though. We call this the Vietnam wildcard. It's a special maneuver in which you determine the pace of the game with a coin flip.
By the way, look at Wids.
What is this?
The Aegis, the Shield of the Lost, and Mail of Pain.
What is this? That's a 4-man murder bush.
That is the good old Chinese bush tactics here.
Wins his bait. The entire rest of their team is just sitting in that bush.
This is Chinese Taipei after all.
If this works, I'm going to be so psyched. There's the Ring of the Fiends. They determine nobody's in the area. I'm so sad.
There's another holdout all else to do, and now they turn their attention to the Dark Slayer.
It'll be up in 8 seconds. Chinese Taipei just need a good team fight. I think Vietnam wants it more than they do, though.
I don't know if Blade of Eternity is back up for Aura. He has it still. He hasn't sold it.
Shouldn't be back up. Timer's longer than that.
It's extremely long, yeah.
There's the Dark Slayer just being focused. Neil can probably 1v1 it at this point.
Kind of. It takes a while, though.
He'll want backup. Yuzon's in the area now to give it.
There's still 60% damage reduction when the Dark Slayer hits you, so it takes a long time. PS Man can't get close. Nope.
No, it will not happen. Dark Slayer to Chinese Taipei.
Oh my goodness.
Do they win this game anyway, Daniel?
Who? Who are you talking about?
All right, tell me who you currently have favored.
Oh goodness, it's one of those things where you just can't bet against Chinese Taipei. Yes, they've lost in this fashion before, but on the back,
as always, they just last.
Yeah, on the back of that ridiculously coordinated team fight where they had to kill Aura 3 times in a row, but they did it anyway. I think they got this, but Vietnam are playing defense right now. They're actually pretty good at playing defense, like we mentioned, surprisingly so, because they're able to just jump on you once you make a mistake. So, can Chinese Taipei take out R 3 times when he's behind these towers?
Shout out to the Chinese Taipei Drake play. You can see them syncing up all 3 lanes right now. The reason they're sitting in that mid bush is because they don't want to clear the wave until the Drake in the bottom lane is at the same pace.
Aura switched his boots.
Oh.
He's skilled to Greaves now. So he's not going to get perma-stun like he did before. He wants to have as many shots off as possible. He knows that he's the single focus. They're going to keep diving in, but he wants to be able to heal back to full with a bow slaughter. I think this is a genius move from Aura, and I think this might actually save him the game. I'm not even joking.
The Blade of Eternity's back up too.
Yeah, that boost.
Oh, PS Ván. He's been caught out, running a marathon now. Ring of the Fiend will be popped. Neil's in the area to try and chase. PS Man with the untouchable is so fast. There's the hit event. Sunshine stun. Full engage in. Oh, the flicker away. Does he juke the ball? No. Bone Shaver. Reeking shot. He's gone. Wins in the meantime. Caught out though. He's so split from everyone else.
He's so tanky.
With the Blade of Eternity. He will take the fight. Bone Shaver again.
Aura
just hanging out in the back of the fight. Wins chucks a blow.
Oh! He's back. He's back.
Neil has to take
he's dead. He's dead.
For a second time. The Vietnam wildcard still want to take this fight.
Benny!
He's down as you do see Kian strike back, but he won't be able to do it
The Dark Slayer's alive. The Drake's alive.
Like that. This should be Chinese Taipei's game. Oppa needs to do
Akashi's
the impossible.
Akashi's
back, but he needs to win.
Oh, Yuzon!
He does it. Wins.
He's back.
So low. Can Yes, he can. Power surge through. Second resurrect. That'll be wins back. Oppa will be here. They need to clear this wave. They need to hold on for 20 more seconds.
Shocking!
And I don't think it's doable. There are the high ground towers falling. There is Chinese Taipei enduring and marching towards
7 seconds, 5 seconds.
5 seconds on the respawns. They can't do it. They give up, Daniel. They back off.
This is Chinese Taipei. This is Chinese Taipei. Slow and steady wins the race. 15 seconds on that Dark Slayer. They're going to back off and trust that they are the better team. Will Vietnam give them another opportunity like PS Man getting caught out?
Do you ever get another opportunity like that? Because if Chinese Taipei lose this game, it will haunt them for the rest of their year.
They're so good, though. They're going to find another opportunity to kill Vietnam wildcard like they did earlier. Unless they don't, unless Vietnam just wins the game. I don't even know. I don't even know.
I wish you the best of luck being the color caster on this game. Enraged Abyssal Dragon, the focus. Will be picked up. Dark Slayer kind of caught the eyes of Vietnam wildcard on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and they're starting to take it. Only Yuzon is in the vicinity. That might just go to them.
Yuzon doesn't take it. Abyssal Dragon enraged in exchange for the Dark Slayer. Typically, we favor the Slayer buff.
Right, very smart play here from Vietnam wildcard, realizing that Chinese Taipei were going to go for the Abyssal Dragon. They head straight for the Dark Slayer. Once it spawns, it's taken down, and Chinese Taipei cannot respawn in time.
Chinese Taipei do just want to win one team fight, though. If they even partially win a team fight, they'll be able to grind that to an overwhelming victory because there are no towers left. There is only that high ground in the top lane.
can they have a miracle team fight once more, though? 70k to 67k.
Because Aura doesn't have Blade up yet.
No, he can't because he already used both uses of it.
You're right.
There's no more Blade of Eternity.
There are no more blades for Aura.
He has 2 lives maximum if he's revived by. Yeah, and he might have something like Desicle, which I assume he has on him. That is a way for him to heal right back up if he's taken low. It is very strong, by the way, so don't underestimate the Desicle Bullslar combo.
They may have been just waiting for that Drake. Chinese Taipei win if they still have this game.
But the Drake is going to go right to the middle of the map. It's dead. The Drake is dead. They did it again.
Yeah, but Chinese Taipei win this game if they still have for another 10 minutes. Because they get the next Drake for sure, right?
They don't get the next Drake for sure. We are operating on the assumption that Chinese Taipei just win these team fights, even though they shouldn't win these team fights.
I'm operating on the assumption that Vietnam wildcard have to play defense. That assumption may be badly mistaken. Wins with the cleave. He's burnt down. Knocked out of this shock. Wins is gone. He has the resurrect from the Blade of Eternity, but it's right in the middle of his team fight. He goes down for a second time. There's the dive in. He is down. Blade of Eternity will bring him back. They've lost Wins permanently.
Star
back. Does have the Arctic Orb. Does that save him? I don't think it does. Vietnam wildcard turn the fight. They will win. 3 kills over to them.
For the first time, the Vietnam wildcard were the aggressors there. They go and seek out Wins and kill him. Can they push for the victory right now? Only 2 remaining.
Only 2 remaining. There are plenty of towers. The respawn timers are at 30 seconds. Here's Benny and Star to try and save the day. The Drake's still up. Vietnam go for the dive.
Oh, Kian!
Star the focus. Uses the Arctic
He's
Orb.
dead! He's gone!
Save him.
He's gone!
Just Benny!
Benny!
Wildcard.
The Gorge!
Delay it again. They will extend this series. We keep on going.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe that just happened. That Team Vietnam, after being shut down multiple times, after seeing Aura die 3 times, 2 times in the fight, whatever it took, they finally make it happen, and they probably extend this series to a 3-2 situation.